It's like it's either gonna be justice for Takeoff or nothing. I sit back and I look at this stuff every day and I say, they been lying since the beginning. RP Takeoff, man. RP Duke the Jeweler, because it seemed like nobody wanted justice for neither one of them. And it was two of them. Both of it happened in Houston. Y'all really got to look at this, man, and take heed to this, man. Because in all actual reality, you can't stop a person from even real life coming out to Houston to buy nothing. You can't make a person check in. Even if a person a celebrity or they famous, it's not up to you. It's not your say-so to real life stop them from going on with their everyday life. Y'all got to really look at one thing, and y'all got to really pay attention to this, man. Everybody in Atlanta, everybody sitting there by Cali Road, y'all got to really pay attention. Them boys ready to fly out there real quick, man. And a few of them trying to fly out there, but a couple of them, they just want to drive out there just so they can be low-key, man, so it won't be no paper trail. I want y'all to really look at this, man, because if Takeoff was never at that bowling alley, this would have never happened. People sit back and look at this and be like, okay, Quavo was there. Okay, Quavo was there and Migo Bands was there. Who's to say Migo Bands didn't get paid to do what he did? Migo Bands was doing like this the whole time. Come on now, y'all sitting there looking at Migo Bands do just like Migo Bands instantly, just like this. Then when the camera turned and turned back, Migo Bands got his arm up. Come on, man. Like at the end of the day, it's not too hard to really figure out or digest, man. At the end of the day, we know for a fact one person who sat in between all of it was Mike Prince. And from what Quavo's saying, Quavo don't like the fact that Mike Prince haven't said anything yet, man. And we all know for a fact that Lil Cam, he didn't get charged with the body. They didn't put the body on Lil Cam. They can't put the body on Lil Cam. If they put the body on Lil Cam, they got to put the body on J. Prince Jr. They got to put the body on Migo Bands. They got to put it on everybody who was there. At the end of the day, they said it was over 30-something people, man. Like, at the end of the day, we know this, man. Open your eyes to what's really going on, because we all know for a fact that Quavo sat there and said out his mouth, Lil Cam came there with the blicky. But this the thing. Why did Quavo and Jazz Prince Jr. had a blicky on us in between them? Why they was going there? If y'all from Fifth Ward and y'all own this whole, you dig, you feel me? Y'all own this whole little territory, man. This y'all spot. Everybody know that. Don't mess with y'all, because everybody in this city rock with y'all. If y'all know this, why is y'all bringing a blicky to the icky? You feel me? Like, y'all really got to understand what's really going on, man. Y'all got to really look at this, man. And that's why I always say, look at the evidence. Don't just go off logic, man. Don't just go off what a person said. Don't go off what Buddy said. Like, at the end of the day, we know for a fact what's really going on, man. Open your eyes to the fact that J. Prince Jr., his brother Jazz Prince, went there with the blicky. Why would you go there with the blicky and then leave early? Who is you scared of? Who is you running from? That's why old girl, Quavo cousin, she said that, why is Quavo so scared to even speak up? He's scared to speak up because you got to understand, Offset gonna get on his bumper. Offset don't like the fact that Quavo real life tried to pull that on them. If y'all ain't never really look at this from a different perspective, you got to look at it from a different perspective now. Because in all actual reality, we know for a fact that Quavo, he sat back and said, like, hold on. Why he got this blicky right here on the side? It's starting to make me think that Quavo had something to do with it, but I can't put my finger on it. But I can put my eye on it and tell them, like, real life, like, this is a revolving door, and we got to open our eyes to what's really going on, because if everybody gets sent up, who else going to be sent up? We know for a fact that Quavo now, real life, Quavo could have grabbed the move from and start blowing. You feel me? He didn't want to, man, because he didn't want to put himself in that predicament or that situation, which could literally lead him down a whole nother lane. Like, you got to understand this, man. People sit back and take it for granted. You can't take it for granted, because Takeoff was one of the ones who started the Migos. At the end of it, ain't nobody gonna really be able to make no good music, because everybody gonna be so traumatized to what happened to Takeoff. So if you all can put your eyes on it, hey, hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel, man. Like this video, man. Real live, run them likes up, man, because people sitting back not really paying attention to what's really going on, and we can all, in all actual reality, realize, like, be like, okay, we ain't checking in when we go to Houston because J. Prince Jr., he try to get his cousins, all type of people to realize, check you. And y'all know if a person check you, you gonna get defensive. You gonna get real mad and be like, hold on. I ain't finna let you just say anything to me. At the end of the day, you ain't finna say what you want to say to me. I don't care how many people you got with you. Like, we all know this, man. And a lot of people sit back and look at it like J. Prince Jr. was one of the ones who sat back and said, okay, we'll let them come out here, but they gotta pay us. Like Black Youngster did. Like, at the end of the day, we know for a fact that everybody checking in, man. We already know for a fact that R.P. Duke the Jeweler, because the way that they let that situation go down, it shouldn't have never went down like that if you was standing right next to the mob boss. You feel me? MobTies, J. Prince Jr. At the end of the day, we talking about you, man. Like, we already know this, man. Hey, and again, this don't go out to nobody who real live send back really getting their money, and real life send back putting their guys on. This goes out to the ones who setting the guys up who coming out there to Houston. You feel me, man? And real spit, I want y'all to really look at what's going on, man, because a lot of people can really take heed to this, man, because it could be real life your cousin, your homie, your nephew, anybody. Like, at the end of the day, we know this, man. You got to open your eyes to the fact of what's really going on, and don't look at this right here. Look at this. Takeoff was looking at him. Takeoff had a feeling. He had a real feeling that something was about to go down, because he noticed Quavo kept on looking like Quavo kept on looking back. Like, why would you keep looking behind you and you know that's your people? Like, not even your people, that's your nephew. Again, that's your nephew behind you. Why is you with these people as if you know them since day one? Why would you with them people like that?
I wouldn't even win. No, I wouldn't be hanging out with no people from MobTies. No, I wouldn't.
No, you can't. People sit back and don't really look at what's really going on. People know for a fact that Takeoff was one of the main ones who real life sat there and held the whole foundation of the Migos together. People sitting there looking like Quavo.
That's the only one I like out of the whole Migos is Takeoff.
Cause Takeoff was the one who created the whole Migos flow. The reason that they hating on each other is for one reason, is because people don't know that J. Prince Jr. gave Quavo a lump sum. He gave Quavo a settlement, man. He gave him like $90,000 just to even sign to MobTies, and Quavo took the money. And it's crazy because Quavo not finna be with them people for no reason like that, man.
Fool lady, she raised up that before. She know from the back to the front of her head, and then she laid me down on all of them. You hear me? But Quavo got something to do with that. He got something to do with that. Because, baby, if you had nothing to do with that, you'll come forward. You will come forward and talk. We need answers. I mean, I ain't trying to hear all that. I don't care what I said about come on, let me hurt somebody. That was no right for that person to take your nephew's life if you had nothing to do with that.
Exactly.
Something ain't right about that.
Yeah.
If you had nothing to do with that, baby, I would be the first one on the camera, in the media, the first one, the same night that happened. And that morning, the nurse came up and she talked. Why you couldn't talk with the nurse?
And you know one
try
thing?
To save Quavo.
You have to really pay attention to it. Quavo, he was trying to keep the street cold by not even giving a statement when they came and really investigated, and they saw the fingerprints and everything. They saw the camera footage. They see everybody who was there. That's how they able to pick out DJ Pat.
Yeah. I don't too much know about him, but That same day they came down and they was riding Fifth Ward and having fun and doing what they doing. Come on, man. I mean, you should have known something was right. You should have known something was right then. You know what I'm saying? You ride in the hood. If you're a millionaire, why you want to expose yourself like that?
Put yourself out there. Put yourself out there, and you knowing the ties that they got with the people in Houston, and you know that everybody come out there to check in, and it's a big thing with the checking in now.
My friend was saying, why they come up with this check-in? No, I ain't gonna check in with y'all. I got my bodyguards coming with me. I got my security coming with me, and I'm gonna let everybody know on my side of town where I'm going and who I'm gonna be with. I ain't gotta check in with y'all. I got security. I got my protection with me. You hear me?
Yeah.
I gotta check in with y'all. And then they didn't even have to know y'all was down there. But like you said, they was invited to that birthday party. And it's a lot. It's a lot. It's Quavo. I really don't want to believe that, but I want to know what Takeoff mama think about that, because that's her brother. I understand. Yeah. But at the same time, that's your child. That's your child. And what you think? Your brother, why would your brother do that to your child? You see, because they say Quavo, no, they say Takeoff worth $26 million or more. You know what I'm saying?
See?
They say he worth $26 million and more. And why you think, what's his name, the other one that married to Carly B?
Ooh.
What's his name?
Migo Band.
Migo Band. Why you think he left? He knew something was wrong. He knew something was right.
That's why he gave a statement as soon as they pulled them over.
Oh, he did? I didn't see that one.
Yeah, he gave a statement. Migo, they keep flooding the comments saying Migo Bands. I already said what happened. And then I saw the video. I'm like, Migo Bands didn't go by the code.
They let them run out that place that time of night. That time of night. Who is behind this here? You see what I'm saying? Why would y'all let them people stay that late in that ballroom like that?
In that Billis and Bowl. And people say that the only reason they did that is because they knew that it was going to be monitored. But then they didn't know that Lil' Cam was still on house arrest. And he literally snuck out. And he had a weapon on him at the same time. And these are straight facts. And a lot of people said, like, why would Lil' Cam leave out? Why would Lil' Cam get the call? They said it's a party. Why would he put a move on him? Like, why would he bring the blicky outside in a yellow hoodie, go to the place, and he knowing he got the house arrest monitor on him, and he know that people still watching him. He was under investigation from a whole previous case.
So did he have the leg monitor when he went to the ballroom, to the bowling alley?
Yeah, he had the blicky. He had to move on him, like why he went to the place. Like he left home with it. He drove in the car with it, and then when he left, when he ran out, when they saw him on the camera, that's when he hopped in the car. He instantly, once they pulled off, they got pulled over. That's when he got caught with it.
Where he is, he's not going to be able to go very far with that. If he does, he got a couple minutes until they're over you with the chopper. You know what I mean?
And this just goes back to what the DA just said. Y'all got to pay attention to one thing. The feds ain't put that out there that they locked him up for no takeoff. So I just want to let the air be clear right now. J. Prince Jr. is being investigated. That's it and that's all. Him and his whole MobTies organization, because they look at that as if they real live in the streets.
Right. I mean, we know that there's a lot of different scenarios where he seems to stay around this drama and the stuff that's been going on. So, although that they're investigating him for this, there's also other things that are going on. And as we know, you go back and forth about certain things. A lot of times you find the pieces are tied together and they end up,
connected in the end. Yeah. And this what brings it to RP Takeoff, RP everybody that was lost behind this, man, because they said that it was 2 people who got sent up behind this Takeoff situation. And I want everybody to know, our condolences out go to the family. Yeah. Like, real talk, at the end of the day, we know a lot of people thirsty, a lot of people scrambling, trying to make some bread or whatever, but Lil Cam is not arrested, man, at all.
No.
We just talked to the HPD. He's not arrested, you guys.
No, I mean, he's still staying with the bracelet situation.
He was on house arrest. All he did was violate that.
Right.
And then literally they came and reinstated it and fixed the ban.
Right, and it's easy to tell where you go because they have the trackers in those instantly, you know.
Yeah, he really can't leave too far because the parole officer comes twice a week.
And I'm sure that they're watching him even further because of who he is, and they're gonna try to make an example out of him. You know, a lot of times when it's like a name of somebody, they try to make an example so that people don't try to follow in their steps. And
they're gonna make an example because they said that he was authorized to be outside that day. He was authorized to be outside that day that happened to take off on Halloween. They said he was only authorized to be out from 7 to 7.
Right.
So the situation happened with Yellow Hoodie, Purple V-Long, Chucky Bushwick Dog, and Migo Bands and Mike Prince and them. Y'all know for a fact that man wasn't supposed to be outside.
Right.
This is why the parole officer is the main one who's sitting back like, you know what? We gave you a little leeway, but then you was in the situation where your name is ringing. Your name is ringing throughout all the people there, and you're on house arrest. You just look even guiltier because they got you all over the internet on camera.
Right. I mean, and the thing is just to confirm, it's 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. So once that sun goes down, I mean, even then, like, you need special permission. You have to ask ahead of time. It has to some stuff even has to go before the judge to approve you to going to that stuff. They still let you go anywhere because they don't want to have that stuff happen. Yeah, because that's still under their docket. Right.
He still has a case that he's fighting. So I want to let y'all know, man, coming straight from the streets, man, that man Lil Cam, he tweaked, but at the same time, y'all can really pay attention to what's really going on. And J. Prince Jr., he's sitting back looking like Quavo mad at him. Quavo never dropped the whole album, and Takeoff didn't want to sign the MobTies. So this goes to show, like, it was deeper than what they thought it was.
Right, and then it brings a lot of controversy up with the names and stuff, and the last thing they want is drama, negative drama.
Yeah,
you know?
You don't want that in your circle because at the end of the day, we know for a fact that it could have easily been avoided.
It can be avoided. All that stuff ends up causing, it's like a ripple effect. Like one thing happens and then it's like before you realize it, you're way deeper than you even realize it.
Yeah. They supposed to have a thought about that before they sent that man up, man. This is why I say this is a revolving door, and people can't seem to not send each other up. You get into it with a person over something petty, and this been going on for the last couple years. You get into it with somebody for something petty, it just blow all out of proportion as if y'all real life got into some deep stuff that couldn't been avoided. No.
Yeah, I mean, people really need, sometimes you just gotta let stuff go, you know, because it ends up turning into a bigger thing, and then before you realize it, he loses any future. Not only him though, like you said, his kids, his family, his whole entire, like, he's not just who we know him, he has his own family, you know what I mean? He has his own family, people that look at him as they've known him for years, not who he is now.
Yeah, they know Takeoff for Takeoff, but you gotta understand, Takeoff was somebody else before he started rapping, and there's people out there who real life want justice for him, but it's a lot of people who didn't speak up for him, but they was in his corner. That's why I say, you can't be having these people around y'all, man, and y'all real life don't know the intentions. Like, it's sad because Quavo sat there and could have avoided all that, man, and this is coming straight from Houston, and from what the paperwork saying, you guys, these people real life, it was orchestrated, man. They sat there and played, like, literally had the dice game, came out of it, and they cornered them off. They boxed them in.
I mean, they had, like, the thing is they were watching. That's the one thing that you see with all the things that go on. Like, people are watching for a while. You know, they're watching the moves that you make, and they know exactly what happened, you know. And even though at the end of the day, there's all the security, because we know it was a busy place, you can't change, like, you can't go in the footage and just erase what happened. Like, it happened, you know what I mean? You can see every single thing that happened, but it doesn't change. You can't change what happened. All the facts will be shown.
Yeah, because if anything was altered or any, like, unidentified witnesses that was brought forth, this stuff gonna be in the paperwork, you guys. And when I say you guys, I mean y'all. Hey, I want y'all to really pay attention to what's going on, man, because it could be anybody, man. This could have been your family, man. Takeoff was somebody who had money but didn't have the proper security to protect him.
Mm-hmm.
This is sad, y'all. I want y'all to really look at this, man, and take heed to this.
I mean, and then you wonder, like, should people not just have that protection, should be wearing protection? You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing with all the stuff that's going on. I don't find it common to hear people be wearing vests or anything like that to protect them. You know, that would be an extra.
A level 2.
Right, something.
Level 3.
Mm-hmm.
Even a level 1, just so that you can protect yourself.
Right, just anything along with having extra eyes for you, but you're also put yourself in situations where there's a lot of people you don't necessarily know. You don't know what's going to happen. Yeah,
and this is a result of people not communicating. You have to communicate, because if you don't communicate in certain situations, it will end up to the point where people real life like getting sent up or people falling out. You feel me? All because of one mistake that somebody made. It could have been fixed, but who's to say? You can't think for nobody else.
No, and you can't go back and change anything either.
No, at the end of the day, we know this.
At the end of the day, like, people get out of hand and people get too comfortable with people who they think they friends. You see what I'm saying? Then a person take advantage. Yeah, in these